All right, there we go. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Art in the Morning. I'm Dee Dee, and hope everybody's doing well. I think I said good morning to everybody before we got started. Got a little happy mail to show, and going to talk about the file folder project thing that we people wanted me to do a redo of that, but I'm going to do a little bit different. Oh, how sweet, Packer Die. That's great. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Just relax. So, for those of y'all that may not know, I did this file folder project a couple years ago. And basically, and I kept it very non-decorative so that people could see how it's constructed. But the main thing that I want to do, and I might do a different kind of cover this time, but we did a 12-month project in 2013 with file folders, decorating file folders, and they pop out like this, and then they have 4 different sub-themes, subcategories with the main theme. So, yes, I have planned it all out, and what I'm going to do, and I'm going to just say this real quick, and because I'm not going to get into the specifics yet, but I do want to say that we'll probably start the week after Labor Day in September, and Labor Day is late this year, so it's like going to be the second week of September. And here's the good news about it. I'm going to concentrate on all the inside information that we're going to do, and then we're going to have a special guest artist is going to do decorating, her version of decorating the folders themselves to help you get, jumpstart your ideas on it. Now, again, you can decorate the folders any way you want, and everybody has their own style, their own techniques, their own medium, whatever. It doesn't matter about all that, but just to have it to be a little bit more fun, Packer Die is going to decorate the folders for us. Now, she's going to do her own set. Everybody's going to, of course, do their own set. I'll have my own set. She'll have her own set. And so she's going to concentrate on decorating the outside because we're going to do it weekly, every week, and she'll probably at least post a picture. Maybe she'll do a vid or two. That's totally up to her. But she's going to decorate the folders in her style, and I'm going to concentrate on telling y'all what we're going to do on the inside. Not that I might not throw a little paint on mine too, but the pretty part of the folders is going to be done by Packer Die. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, I think it'll be fun. So I just wanted to make that announcement real quick here at the beginning of the recording, so that if you're, I'll put a little note in there, and link to Packer Die's YouTube as well. And so I think it's going to be fun too. So, and she's going to decorate it in her own style any way she wants. I'm going to do 12 themes. There's going to be 12 themes, and what we're going to do, well, I don't want to tell you what, well, I don't know. How much should I tell them, Packer Die? Should I tell them some more about it, or should we just kind of wait? Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so I don't want to get too ahead of the game, but yeah. Did I get a new mouse? No, it's the same old mouse. Well, actually, I do. I had a purple one at one time. It was all crusted over and broke, so I got a new one. It's it's not as painty as the purple one. So no, it's not really new. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit then. What I plan on doing is every week you're going to have a new, I don't know, I kind of want to wait. I don't know. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to not tell y'all anything. It's just, I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of, because I still have more ideas to incorporate. And I've only got 4 Post-it notes full of notes. That's not enough yet. Okay, all right. Let's see. Let me get my notes here. All right. So, yeah, I am kind of teasing, but not really. I don't mean to be. All right. So what we're going to do with, so I just have, here's just a blank folder. We're going to fold the folders like this, okay? And Packer Dye is going to be the decorator of her. I mean, we're each going to have our own set, you know, but she'll show you how she decorates her set. All right. So what we're gonna do, me and Packer Dye still have to work out some more stuff too. But I wanted to announce that we're going to be doing something. Your supply list is file folders, 12 of them. After that, it's going to be, here's the thing. I don't want to announce it too early because it's still like, what, 3 weeks away? It's still 3 weeks away. And so I don't want to announce it too early. I want to announce it more closer to, yeah. So here's what you can do. You can get 12 file folders if you want to be a part. But what we're going to do is there's going to be a theme a week, and there's going to be 4 different subtopic things to do. You are going to have to do some work. You're going to have to do some work every week. But here's the thing about this. This project can be ongoing. It can be like, in other words, you're probably not going to finish everything in 1 week. All right. But you'll have your 12 folders and you can continuously add to it. Let's put it that way. Yeah. You can continuously add to it. Okay. I have all my notes, but I don't even really have an official name yet. I don't have an official name yet. So yeah, Packer Dye and I are still, you know, I mean, I have the 12 topics and I have the 4 subtopics, which are the same for every topic, every main topic. I know I'm not trying to be like, not tell you, but I don't want to announce anything too early. Let's put it this way. You will be having bundles. You'll be having bundles in each pocket. Yes, it's going to be pocket bundles. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what to name it yet. File folder pocket bundles. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, we'll just leave it at that. We'll just keep you coming back for a couple of weeks, okay? Yeah, Vicki still has her folder started from 2 years ago. Vicki? Okay, so that's what we're going to do. It's going to be 12 weeks. And you're going to have to be you're going to be making some things, collecting some things, hunting some things. It's going to be fun. So, but anyway, I just wanted to announce that because I'm excited that Packer Dye is going to do the decorating. On her, I'm going to have my own set too. She'll have her own set, but she's going to do that for us. So thanks, Packer Dye. And it's going to be her own style. She can do whatever she wants, you know. It's just like y'all are going to be able to do whatever you want. I don't know. Can you wait? But anyway, yeah. So that's the announcement on the file folder project. That sounds so, file folder project. Anyway, but we did have fun with the last one, but it was a year-long project. This one's going to be a 12-week. But the thing again is it'll be something that you can work on. Every theme for the 12 weeks can be worked on continuously. Like there's not like a start and end date thing on it. Okay, yeah, it'll be fun. Okay, so there's that announcement. Then I got a little bit of happy mail from Stax, Imelda, and she sent a whole bunch of goodies. She sent a nice postcard, and there's Stax. So anyway, yeah, she sent it all the way from Netherlands. Can you show us how to fold the folders? Yes, I will do that again. I'll do that in 1 second, Army Mom. Yeah. And yeah, I will. Okay. So anyway, she sent some cards and other bits and stuff that she did on a pizza box collage. She doesn't draw, but she loves to watch sketches come alive, and she does, you know, other things. So she did some, she has all these different papers in here that she sent. She sent some different collage bits. Look, awesome. Oh, I might need to use this today if we do something in the journal. Look at that. Love that. Might have to use this today. I just thought maybe I'd do something in the art journal. I don't know. Maybe a color, you know, using some of those color book animals. Everybody seemed to like that. And some different collage bits here. Here's some calligraphy illuminated letters from a psalm. Another watch. Then she sent, let's see what else here. And here, I guess this must be from her pizza box thing. It got a little bit bent in the mail because my mailman, let me turn it over so there's no addresses, but she sent it in this, which is cool. I'm going to keep this for something else, but he stuffed it in the mailbox like this. He usually doesn't stuff in my mailbox because he knows I do a lot of art stuff. But so it got a little bit, but there you go. Isn't that cool? Isn't that awesome? Thanks, Stacks. Let me see. Let me reopen them. I think, yeah, they're open, Pam. Links are open. Yeah. I know, isn't that pretty? I love it. Of course, y'all know I love my collage. But I see a whole story in here, you know. I see a whole story in there. So the little lizard guy here looking out the door. I think it's awesome. You did a great job. I know, great job on this collage. Oh, this flower blooms only every 7 to 10 years. Are y'all talking about this flower? Or did I miss something? I might have missed something. I don't know if y'all are talking about this flower, because I don't know what this is. And then she sent all kinds of different text. Like this is Russian text. Very cool. I don't have anything Russian. Russian text, you know? The only time I ever see Russian text is like when YouTubers post. You know, there are quite a lot of Russian and, you know, different countries that post art videos. I mean, when they do them, if they have words, you know, if they're talking, I can't understand them, but I like to watch them. But it is funny sometimes how you can pick out certain words when you listen to a foreign language. Like I remember when I was, I'm sorry, I missed something here. It's awesome. Yeah. I remember when we, well, I won't get into a whole story right now, but you know, it's funny how you can pick out certain things that you can tell what they're saying. I don't know. Then this one's Dutch. So there's some Dutch book text. Let me get it separated here. So she's got some Dutch book text. This is just awesome. I love this. Thanks so much. Then she has some German. And I recognize this kind of a look from, you know, you see the old German Bibles. You can recognize that. Then this is a Dutch children art education book. And, yeah, isn't that cool? I think this is part of that. And then this is a Dutch book of inventions. Isn't it awesome, guys? I mean, I want to slap every bit of this in my journal, like right now. We just might do that. We just might slap every bit of this in my journal. And then here's a Dutch encyclopedia. Isn't that cool? So I love all that. Thanks so much. But I really was impressed with your collage. Yes, this is Happy Mail Pneumatic Rose. Yes. It's from Stacks Amelda. I call her Stacks just because I like saying it, but yeah. Some people call her SOS, Stacks of Shapes. I just call her Stacks. But yeah. So thanks so much. I know, isn't it awesome, guys? Then she sent us some cards for like birthdays and you know, sent cards that she they're just blank cards, but they have I'm assuming that's Dutch on the back. So that'll be cool for some birthday cards. There's that one. There's this one. Or some thinking of you, or some get well, or, you know. I know. Aren't they beautiful? Let's see in the back. So thank you so much for sharing with the group. I know. Fun, fun, fun. Hi, Lynn. Anybody else popping in? Thanks, everybody, for being here. Barry. Hey, Barry. Been a while since I've seen you around. Good to see you. I think I said hi to... I'm trying to say hi to everybody. We got a couple newer people here. We got Dottie and... let's see who else did I see. And Susan from... Suzanne from... I met her on YouTube. And I just like saying Mary Palm. She's not too new. And Molly. And I think that's... And Pampered Pages. Sharipa. I think I've said hi to everybody else. Hey, Gina. Gina Sweet. Tam. Hey, Julie. I know her last name's not Topaz. Vicky L. Z. Everybody. Thanks for being here. Yeah, if y'all want to be on the birthday list, here's my email. Now, I wish I could do it for all my YouTube friends as well. But if you're here and you stream, then email me your address and your birthday, and I'll put you on the birthday list. I'm going to type it out. Then we'll put you on the birthday list if you visit my Ustream. So, yeah, so if y'all missed the very, very beginning... which I've only been here like 15 minutes, but the first 5 minutes I talked about the file folder project, okay, that we're going to do. And it's going to be in the second week of September, and Packer Dye is the guest artist. She's going to be she'll be the primary folder decorator. Does that sound like an official title? Packer Dye, the official folder decorator. So yeah, so she'll be doing the most of the folder decorating. I'm going to concentrate on the innards that y'all will be working on in the folders. Miss Folder Decorator, yes. So there's that. So thanks again, Stacks, Imelda, for all the wonderful stuff from the Deutschland. Is that how it was? That's German. What's the for the Netherlands? Tell us what do y'all like to call the Netherlands? It's been a while. It's funny because my step grandfather was from Holland. Literally, like his accent, people couldn't hardly understand him. His accent was so heavy. But so I kind of like grew up listening to the accent, but I mean, he didn't speak Dutch, to anybody, because nobody, of course, could, just Holland, okay. Because nobody could, of course, understand him, just Holland, okay. Yeah, well, that's what I always called it too, but I didn't know if y'all, I don't know. You know how things change every day. Well, it's probably pretty easy over there to find it. New to mixed media, so work, and it's going to be challenging. Well, Dottie, it's fun, and that's the thing. That's just keep it fun. So again, thanks, Stacks Imelda, for that. I'll probably let me get the cards out. I want to put the cards with your name on them so I can tell everybody where they came from when I send them out. Because we do have a nice little birthday list where I try to send out birthday cards to everybody on the list every month. All right, so we're just going to put Stacks on it. Thanks, Imelda. Yeah, I'm going to also link Packer Dye's YouTube channel in my description of the recording, Vicki. But go ahead and put it in there, Packer Dye, for everybody that's here. Yeah, you can find her with Packer Dye. But to get the direct links, the links are open. Feel free. Okay. So I'll separate that out from the collage-y stuff. All right, so anybody got any questions or anything? Again, I talked about the file folder project at the beginning. It's not going to be just like this one. It's going to be different. It's going to be 12 weeks. It's still going to have 12 folders, but it's not going to be the same kind of situation as this one. It's going to be totally different. Well, not totally different, but kind of totally different. So it'll be fun, and I'll get into some more of the details right now. Oh, someone asked to fold. Let me get one of the folders to fold. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I fold them. Let me get the camera down just a little. Doesn't like white or light, but there we go. Yes, exactly, Vicki. Yeah, there it is. There's her YouTube channel. So let me just show you real quick. You'll need 12 folders, okay? And I'm going to show you how I fold them, all right? And it's pretty simple. And the reason I fold them this way is so that you have a 4-inch pocket in each one, okay? Now, depending on where your flap is, you know, the little file part is, you'll have a little less or a little more. You can either fold this off and use it like just because you like the way the little flap looks, or you can just cut them off. It's totally up to you. The main thing is just to have pockets that will fit 4 different items, you know, 4 different sections. Okay, all right, so the first thing I do is I just fold this up, and let me just go ahead and measure 4 inches. Whoops, sorry guys, I'm just really bad about smacking into that camera. Okay, so we're gonna just fold this up 4 inches, and you can see the file folder, you know, where it's already scored. You know, it's a file folder. It's already got a bend in it. So just fold that up 4 inches. And you know, it's best to have a bone folder. And when you score something, it's best to start right in the middle and go left and then right, or right and then left, but from the middle. Because if you have a fold, if you're trying to fold something up, you start on this side, it's probably going to lean down. So you always want to try to start in the middle and go, you know, out from that. Okay. Hey, wee hootie. All right, so. And just keep scoring as you go, just to keep everything nice and scored. And then what we're going to do is I'm just going to fold it closed, and from the end, just go in 4 1/4. Okay, 4 1/4 will let you put in a 4-inch postcard in the pockets. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and just tick off 4 1/4, and then score that. And just score it with the bone folder. And once you've scored your first one, then you can just fold everything from that point, from that first fold. Everything else will just get folded off from that. Okay, so one fold there, and then you can just turn this over and just fold it again. Just have everything about 4 1/4. And I'm not that picky. You're going to have a little bit excess on this side because of the flap area. But as long as you've got 4 pockets about 4 1/4. And I just say 4 1/4 because then let me get a postcard size thing here, so that a postcard will fit in each one. Okay, that's the main thing. And then I just flap this flap down here. You can do this first, you know, before you do the other. It doesn't really matter when you do this. I just do this because it looks pretty when you decorate it. Okay, so I just kind of have a 1-inch kind of fold over. Let me get one of the other ones to show you why it looks kind of cool here, like this one. So like this one here, see how it's just got that little flap? It just looks pretty because you can, it's a little extra space to decorate. And it's also a place that you can write your words on here that I'm not going to tell you what they are yet. So basically what you're going to have is you're going to have one theme a week, which consists of one folder, and you're going to have a little hunt, a little treasure hunt for every pocket, or a little something to do for one of the, the pockets. You're going to have 4 different projects or 4 different things to do with each of the 4 little little pockets. Now, you do not have to like finish you're not, well, you won't, because it's an ongoing thing where you're going to be collecting different things, doing different things, and you can always continuously add to that based on that week's theme. Okay? After it's folded up, the actual folder itself, and again, if you live in UK or have different A4, 3, whatever, you can adapt this to any size. It does not have to be this size, but you do need 4 pockets. So whatever size your folder is, just make sure you got 4 pockets. Okay, so it is like it's about 11.5. And then I folded up 4 inches, so that makes it about 7.5. And then I fold this down an inch just for decorative purposes. Okay. And then what I know I folded it this way, but when we put it in the book, we're probably going to go the other, fold it in so that nothing falls out. Fold these outer flaps in, and then might have to trim that. But that's no big deal. If you don't like the little flap on the inside, outside, just cut it off. Because the only part that's going to be connected in a book is this one part. I showed the other file folder that, I showed this completely on the last stream. So if you want to see like more detail, but it's going to be a different project. I mean, the idea is the same as far as 12 folders in a book kind of thing, but the innards are going to be completely different from how we did it 2.5 years ago or whenever we did it, okay, in 2012. It's going to be a different project. Okay, yeah. Now again, this doesn't have to be exactly like that. It just works out that way. From the middle of the folder, it just works out that way. You're basically kind of dividing this in half, as long as it's 4 1/4. And the reason I say 4 1/4 is for US, a postcard is 4 by 6, and 4 1/4 will allow you to put a 4 by 6 size postcard in there. It's just a standard. I'm just trying to make it kind of a standard thing, but you can make your file folder any size, however you want, as long as you have 4 pockets. That's the main thing, having 4 pockets, because you're going to have 4 different subcategories with the theme. Okay? All right. So don't overstress about the measurements. Seriously. If you want this pocket to be even a little taller, you can, as long as you have 4 pockets. Okay? And then I folded these on the inside just so that when you put it in your book with the rubber band, everything's not going to fall out. Okay? So basically, your pockets are on the inside. Okay? When you close up your folder, the pockets are on the inside. Okay? Yeah. All right? Everybody got that? I hope it's, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're just using the middle of the folder as, the outer measuring part, and 4 1/4. Now, like I said, one side, the side with the little flap is going to be a little bit bigger. It's going to be a little longer because that's where they put the flap on the folder. Cut it down. That's fine. You can cut it down, or like on this side, you see how it's going to be a little bit. That's fine. A postcard's still going to fit in there. Okay. So, however you want to do it. The point is to have the 4 pockets. Okay. I think we got that. Okay. We've actually even made a similar type thing we did with scrapbook, 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, but the pockets were just 4 inches. So if you used anything in them, you had to cut down your little, if you had a standard size postcard, you'd have to cut it down. But you can do the same type of thing with the scrapbook paper, just a little smaller, you know. But I really want you to do plain. If you do use any other kind of, you want it to be plain because you want to be able to decorate it. All right, and like I said earlier, Packer Dye is going to be the focus artist on decorating the folders every week, and it's going to be one theme a week. And if you want, well, I won't get into any more right now. We'll just leave it at that. Okay. So I think it'll be fun. The last one was fun, but this is going to be a little quicker because you're only going to have a week to well, I say that, but you really there's no time limit on it. Once you have the theme, you can take as long as you want. You could take as long as you want on your theme for the week. You could take a month, it doesn't matter. You can take as long as you want to decorate it and do the innards. Because it's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing project where you can continuously work on this project for as long as you want to. Okay? So, yeah. So that's all you have to do is just have 12 of these. And again, all you really need is one for the first week. So, yeah. All right? Because we're going to dole out the project week by week. We're going to tell it to you week by week. But these 4 pockets will be the same idea every week. So you'll have an idea what we're going to do. It'll be fun. I know it's kind of a little vague right now, but it's just call it the mystery folder project for now. Okay, so if y'all have any more questions, put them in caps and ask me, but basically that's it. You just want some file folder, things like this, and you'll eventually need 12 for the 12 weeks. Okay. Alrighty. Y'all still talking measurements. Oh my goodness. File folders can be found at any office supply store. Any office supply store will have plain old manila folders. Just plain old manila folders. I actually got a pack of 25. You can buy a whole box of them for pretty cheap, but I actually got 25 in a pack at Walmart for, I think it was $3, something like that. $3 for 25 of them. So, and then they sell, packs of them and boxes of them, at office supply stores. So they're not hard to find. They're just plain old manila folders, nothing fancy. All right, so now let me move all this project out of the way with all my notes. All right. Till we get back to that. All right, I don't see any more caps, so no more questions. Vicki, are you going to try to do it? When you said you're really going to try, are you talking about the folders? Well, then just use whatever kind of paper you have, Gina. The point is just to have, just cut, sketchbook paper. Fold up a piece of sketchbook paper into 4 pockets. Yeah, just sketchbook paper. It does, anything, just plain old paper, whatever you have. Kids' poster board, anything, just whatever you have. Just make 4 little pockets. That's all you got to have. 4 pockets. Yeah, I don't know if in Sweden, if you don't have file folders, what do you use for? How do they file in Sweden? You're going to try your best, Vicki? Okay. All right. So now, if y'all were here, I hope this isn't too loud because I do have my camera lowered. If it's too loud, let me know. Or not loud enough. Let me check my computer volume. I keep them both about halfway. The Ustream setting and my computer setting, so that it's usually kind of about seems right when I test it back. Oh, good, good, Gina, good. So I did a project last week in here. What was it? What day is today? I mean, I guess it was Monday. Today's Wednesday, so it was Monday. We used, and y'all, I did not show, so I'm going to show it here. Got a little glue right there. The finished, I did post a picture, but if you're watching on the recording, then you did not get to see the completed giraffe picture. Let me find where the giraffe is. There it is. Okay. So here's the completed giraffe using the color book pages as your like a motif or whatever. You know, y'all know that I usually draw my own animals, but in this case, I thought it would be fun to show people how to use their color books and their color book motifs, animals, whatever's in your particular color book in your art journal. So that's what this is. So we cut out these giraffes, colored and cut out these giraffes. The book that I was using is only one-sided here. The pages are only one-sided, so it's not a problem as far as, you know, ruining a back page or, you know, and of course, depending on what kind of materials you're using, if you're using markers, it's probably going to bleed through. And if you're using a double-sided color book page, let me get another one here to show you. If you're using one that has both sides, then you're probably going to just want to make a copy of it to cut, if you're going to cut it out like her. This would be a good one to color and cut out. But if you have if it's only one-sided, you know, you don't want to ruin the other side. Okay. The other thing, I guess that's the only thing. I've already kind of talked about it and explained all the different things that I've used in color books and things like that. So, and I just wanted to show y'all that you can use your color books in your art journal pages. Yeah. So this is the finished one. When the last you saw only had the giraffe here, didn't have the sky or the water or the fountains or anything like that completed in, although I did tweet a picture of it. So you can kind of see, there's the 3 different giraffes that were on that page. And we just put them in, cut them out, and I blended in where the edges were, just as kind of like you just, you know, he's just kind of popping out there. So it's really fun. Like I said, most of the times, like on my fantasy posters, size posters, I draw all my own animals. And same thing for the art scrolls. You know, I just draw my own animals. But I wanted to be able to show people that you can use your color books in different ways. Because we all have fun with these coloring books, but then they just sit in the color book, right? All right. You want to go here, yeah. Thanks, Lynn. Thanks, guys. Now, some of the other ones I've done in here, I haven't done many in this completed in this book. I did do a whole walkthrough of this book, the Smack and Dragon book, and I call it that because I smack and drag through the ink. Every single page in this book was the initial start of this book, inking the backgrounds of every single page. Okay? And then, so this one just has a collage element on it, and then stencils and paint and whatnot. This is a piece of that Tim Holtz paper. I think it's Tim Holtz. I forget the name of it. And then these are some stencils here. Then I painted in the plants, and I'm calling this one She Grew Stars. And then just, you know, that. This one's done. We finished this one the other day when I just added those little white doves flying across the top. And again, it's all mixed media, collage, paint. I paint all the water and the skies and the background and the scenery, and just add a little bit of collage. And, you know, in this case, I added these 3 white doves that I cut out on my cameo. So anyway, they're all just, you know, this one is pretty much the only drawn animal that I have in here, where I drew that pug. And we started with just a pug, and then we decked him out. We decked him out as a biker pug. with a bone in his ear and a helmet and spikes and a tattoo and all that. Anyway, so I put her on there because maybe she's thinking, I don't know, she's thinking about, that biker, I don't know. So anyway, so all the rest, most pretty much this one's done. Again, I used a rose collage element, and then this little face right here out of a deco art history book, and then this is just a stencil, and then this part right here is a little bit of a scene from a calendar, and then I just painted out the rest of the whole scene to make it, just go. Let me put something under this side because it's a little bit, there we go, prop it up a little. So there's not a lot done in this book. And then I got the fish one. Let me find the here, fishy, fishy, fishy. There's the giraffe one. And then we got the fish one where we cut out some clownfish. Oh, we did have the steampunk pages in here. What else is in here? I think that's pretty much it except for the clownfish as far as done pages. Where's the clownfish? It's in here somewhere. See, I got a little bit of glue right on the edges and kind of stuck a couple of my edges together when I glued some things down with matte medium. Where's the clownfish? Where you go? It's not hard to find because it's. I do want to finish this page. I really like this page too. Let's see. Well, I like a lot of bits of all of it. All right. That's a different clownfish there. But I cut the clownfish out of the color book and used them. Let's see, where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. There. Okay. So this page, again, this is a collage element. And then pretty much, other than the fish, it's just all paint. There's a little bit of stencil in the background there. There was a little bit of stencil here. We drew this, it just looked like there was hiding in there this little castle. So I just went in there with a color pencil and just kind of defined the castle there. But the little fish are cut out from the color book. A biker babe like our Barb, yeah. So those little fish are cut out from this, I think it's this, yeah, this book too. So did that one. So anyway, that's pretty much, again, I've already gone through this book 2 or 3 different times the other day. I don't know if we want to do, another animal, I don't know. Did y'all enjoy that? Did you enjoy coloring some animals? And let's see, I got fish on this page. I probably would need something else. But anyway, coloring some of these pages and then using them in your art journal. Like I said, most of the time I'm always drawing them. Some butterflies, those would be good. I'm usually drawing my own animals, so it's kind of fun to color. Now, I don't use any kind of, I do have some fixative, and I've used it in, like when I just do just plain pencil sketches, if I feel like the pencil is going to smear. Because a lot of times when I draw here on camera, I'm drawing thicker, with a thicker, like, pencil than I normally would, like woodless graphite that's real thick so that you can see it on camera. And so sometimes I have to spray something like that, just because I don't normally use thick, dark graphite when I'm drawing for myself. So I don't ever really need to fixative anything, but I don't fixative my color pencils. No. I do not fixative them at all. All right, so let's see. There's some shells. There's some more fish. Let's do something besides fish, although I love those koi. And there's some birds. We've got quite a bit of birds in the book already. Let's see what else. There's some butterflies, some dolphins. Oh, let's don't look at the flamingos, although I don't see Eileen today. Yeah, the color book itself, and I'm, repeating because I did say all this on the last one, but there's different people at, different days here. And it's just the one from Hobby Lobby. It's the Creative Haven. They have a whole section of Creative Haven books, like the steampunk one. Maybe we could put this on the steampunk. We'll do that. And they're at Hobby Lobby for $5.99. And then you can, at Hobby Lobby, you can use a coupon. So you can even get them for 40% off of $5.99. This is the steampunk. Well, I haven't worked much in the steampunk one. I got one girl going in here and a couple of samples that we've done showing what bleeds through and what doesn't. But I'm working on her. So again, if you don't want to, you know, if you don't want to use your actual page out of your book, then just make a copy of it, then color it, or color it and make a copy to cut out. But look, see, that's just marker right there. That's a Sharpie. I knew the Sharpie would bleed through, but I wanted a nice dark black. But you can also use your acrylic paint. The acrylic paint, as long as you don't add a lot of water, is not going to come through, okay? You might get a little bit of buckling, but it's not going to be that terrible. But markers will come through, okay? Color pencil will not. So, you know, I got color pencil here, but I have a base coat of a marker. Or I think that's, I'm pretty sure it's a base coat of marker on that. I'm losing track of which ones I did which with. But that they'll go through, okay? Make sure you keep a piece of paper in between so that it doesn't bleed onto another page, or just tear it out if you're going to plan on using it for something else. Yeah, but acrylic paint, if you decide to use acrylic paint with color pencil on top to shade, like we did the giraffes, then that won't come through. So it just depends on what kind of book, if you have a double-sided page, a single-sided page, or what. All right. Yeah, I know overseas they are more expensive. So, you know, if you want to make a copy, if you're going to end up cutting it up, you know, because like if I used her, I'd cut her out and I'd just throw away the background. So it just depends on if you want to keep a full, you know, page that you just really like, then just, you know, whatever you want to do with it. It's your book. You know? So anyway, there's some kind of cool steampunk images in this one. I'm just thinking if I want to color one of these to cut out and put in the book, or do I just want to do an animal? I really like this one. You know? And for me, if it's just a double-sided page like this, I don't mind just tearing it out and using it. So that doesn't bother me at all. Now, the only book I'm saying that I really want to finish in a completed book is The Secret Paris. I kind of want to, not that I can't make a copy of something to use in my art journal, but I want to keep this book when I do finish everything in here, I want this book to be a finished book. But other than this book, maybe my Celtic one, you know, I don't care about using them. There's thousands of these out there. I don't mind taking one out, cutting it up. That's just me. But, you know, you may not want to cut up your color book. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do this steampunk page and use this in one of the art journal pages. We'll see how much time. Again, I don't like to rush my streams. I like to keep them around 3 hours, you know, or, you know, 2.5. And, but some things take longer. And if I rush, you know, it's just not good. It's not good. But to put that in an art journal page, it's going to take even a little bit longer. But let's go back to so this kind of a thing. This is kind of what I'm thinking about. Yeah, but some of those double-sided ones are nice, Vicki, because the pages are thicker. I found the ones that have back and front, the paper's a little bit better quality. So yeah, it's kind of like a trade-off there. But if you do want to, you know, make a copy of something and cut it out and put it in your art journal, you probably want to do it on thin paper because you know, otherwise if you use it on cardstock, you're gonna have a big bulky, you know, something to try to, for me, it would be hard for me to blend in in a page, a big thick piece of 110 weight cardstock. It just doesn't blend as well in a mixed media collage type thing. So that's just me. Okay. All right. So I guess we can go ahead and we'll find, let me find something to put under here. Since I've pulled it out, let me get a little clipboard or something. That's easier for me to hold it up. Let me take this project out. Let me put a piece of paper there. It's a little bumpy. Just to have something behind like that. And again, I'll try to keep something colorful behind it so that it doesn't flash out the camera. All right, so we're going to just use that. And this way, if I use something like this, I can hold it up to the camera off and on. Hopefully that'll work. All right, so any questions? Yeah, I know there's a New York one. There's, I think there's another one called just Secret Cities, Vicki. I think I saw that one out. Secret Cities, just general cities. But I got enough for right now. You know, I mean, this one's going to take a long time to finish just in and of itself. And I just work a little on whatever page. I don't necessarily try to finish a whole page. I'll skip around, like there's a couple hats on that page, because I'll get bored with the same, just coloring food over and over and over. This one I tried to make it so that it kind of made a cohesive page with the red and the green fruit, but I haven't shaded it or anything. It's just base coated. So, you know, just like that. Here's a couple of teapots, coffee pots. And a couple of sewing things. Yeah, you can find all kinds of free color book images online. Just put in adult color, well, I don't know if you want to say adult coloring book. Coloring books for adults or something like that. I wouldn't start it out with adult. You might know telling what you might get in a search. But if you put in coloring books for adults, that would probably be okay. And I did see, I'm not a member of it, but I did see in one of the little, on Facebook, the little, you know, little strips that they put under sometimes showing you, you might like this. Well, they put in there, you might like this. There's apparently a color book Facebook group. I have no idea who runs it or anything about it, but just saying, there's even color book groups out there. So I just want to show, yeah, but yeah, you can find all kinds of images, free coloring book things online. If you put in color book animals for free or something like that, you'll get, you know, you'll get tons of this stuff. I'm telling you, it's easy to find, easy to find. So you can just print you out something and cut it out and smack it in your Smackin' Dragon book. You got fantastic cities, okay. There's many coloring Facebook groups. Okay, see, I didn't know that, Vicki. Yeah. And then Pam just put in coloring-pages-adults.com. So there you go, coloringpagesadults.com. Spaces, but you know, dashes between the words. So thanks, guys. And Marilyn did too. Yeah, you're in several of them. Now, Vicki, you're in several Facebook groups. I want to know how many pages you've actually completed, Vicki. All right, so I think what I'm going to do on this, I'll do a few different mediums on it. And then I got a bump under there somewhere. A few different, where's that little bump coming from? There's something there. I don't know. Anyway, I'll use a few different things. I'll use maybe some watercolor, color pencil, some acrylics, some neo colors. We'll just do a little bit of everything. You've colored 90 pages? Mandalas, okay, or mandalas, however you want to say it. Yeah. Well, good for you, Vicki. We need pictures. I did see one, or maybe two that you've done. I've not seen 90. I'm not sure I believe you, Vicki. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, and Barb has a mandala book for you to. I think you can color and complete it. Is that true, Barb? Is Barb still here? Yeah, she has an ebook. Barb, if you want to put a link, or somebody put a link to Barb's ebook, it's only like $6, $7. So it's a bargain. It's a bargain compared to if you buy one of those mandala books, coloring books at the store. So you have them in binder sheet protectors. So yeah, so if someone wants to post Barb's ebook link. Okay, so let's see. Let's get out some different things. Let me, and I might add something from, I like that, from Stacks Cutouts. Look how pretty that is. I love that, Imelda. Maybe we'll use that, or part of this. I don't know. That would all go with steampunk in my mind. And another watch or something else. Let's see. Let me get one of those. That one bit. It wasn't a watch. It was something else. Where'd I put it? Let's see. Where to go? Here, this. Because this is perfect for the steampunk page. So I'm going to try to incorporate these items from Imelda Stacks in the page. Hopefully we'll have time to get to this without too much time. Oh, she's on it. Yeah, she's on it. Okay. Yeah, somebody can put, there it is. Thanks, Vicki. Okay, so let me go ahead and move all these color books out of the way. Let me have some space to pull out some paint, I'm going to pull out my Neo colors. I'm going to pull out just the kids. And I've got a couple different kids. This one was getting pretty low in some colors. I cannot find this exact tray of, and I don't even know, let's see. It's Canson, but that's all it's on there. I don't even have the lid for this, but this used to be sold at Michael's and Hobby Lobby or both. And I just, you know, used it. They don't have this exact set anymore, so I got this one. I think this is a Simply Art. I got this one at Joann's online. It's got basically the same type of colors. They're not exact. But anyway, so what you kind of like to do if you're going to use watercolors, these kids sets, is to get them activated, just not right here on your book, but off to the side. I'm going to spray all the colors to kind of get them soft and get them activated. So I just sprayed like a mist over all of them, and I'll just set that aside till I'm ready to use it. Set these aside because I want to use these in the art journal page. And I'm going to leave this here just because I think it'll help the camera focus so it's not just black and white, because I think that's kind of working out. See how it goes? Look, dark, light, and I have the auto light off, so I don't know why it does that, but my camera just likes to focus on the light. It likes to focus on the light. Okay, so all right. So what we're going to do is I also have my Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2, and if you like the, now again, I got this set for my birthday from Hubster a couple of years ago. They last forever, but they are expensive. You want to wait till Blix has a 50% off one item sale, or something like that. Wait, because that's where I got mine. I got it when it was like half off at Blix a couple years ago. But they're Neo Color 2. Now they don't have the number 2. They have 2. They have the They have a 2 like that, like a Roman numeral 2. These are the water-soluble ones. If you get Neo Color 1, they're just a wax crayon, which are great. I don't have them. I don't need them because I have my own sniffables, own crayons. Okay, Barb, we'll watch for that. And so anyway, Neo Color 2s are the water-soluble ones, and that's what we're going to be using today. And you can use them a couple different ways. You can go directly on your page, like let me just show you here. You can go just directly on the page and add water. And I just use a water brush for these. And then and get a little bit more concentrated. Or you can just take it right off the tip and use it that way. So either way. Okay, and now I want to soak up into this page here. All right. And I just use a Kleenex. Did you use a fixative? This is not a copy, Pam. No, but no, I wouldn't have anyway. I don't fixative really anything. I don't gesso anything. I don't glue pages together. Yeah, I just don't. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with any of those, and different techniques for different things. I'm not saying I've never used fixative. Like I said, if I do a drawing here on Ustream where I use a lot of graphite before I can add paint or something to it, the reason I use a thick graphite is so that it shows up on camera. But when I'm normally drawing, I don't, unless I'm out sketch crawling or at the museum or something like that, I don't use, heavy graphite. So it doesn't need fixative. Okay. But I don't use, I don't fixative anything. Yeah. And this is not a copy. I just pulled this right out of the book. I just tore it right out of the book. Okay, that's probably going to depend on your printer. Now if this is a copy from your inkjet printer, and your inkjet printer has a tendency to be really easily to run, then I probably would just use acrylic or color pencil and not use a lot of water. Okay, yeah. Then I would probably go with just color pencil or acrylic paint. I'm going to start with acrylic paint today. Okay, so I don't really, have an idea of what colors I want. I don't want it all brown. I mean, I'm probably have a little bit of browns and blacks in there, something like that. But I want it to, have some vibrant colors to it as well. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and start. I know I'm going to probably want their goggles to be nice, bright green. But I think we're going to probably go with more. Let's go with some more. I don't know what page I'm going to put it on yet either. But I do know I want to use this, which has some oranges. So, maybe we'll go with, like, I don't know. Let's see. Let's try. Maybe her dress will have some purple, so I'll just go ahead and add some purple. And I'm just, I'm making this up as I go. I don't know what colors. I'm just playing here. I don't know. I just don't stress out about that kind of thing. If it's not fun, then, All right, I'm just going to get a small round brush here. I got my water right there. So I'm just going to start, and like I said, I'm going to do some using different things, just because we can. All right, so I'm going to have her dress kind of be some purple, and then I'm going to go in there with color pencil, remember, and shade and highlight. So this is kind of the base, and I'm thinking I might have picked too complicated of a page for a 2-hour show. We'll see. We'll see, because that's a lot of coloring for and doing an art journal page. We might, what I might do? We might just do the color book, cut out and find the page and see how much time, and then maybe on I don't know, tomorrow or Friday morning, I'll see what I have scheduled this week. Finish up the actual art journal page. So this might be a 2-parter. Okay, we'll see. All right. So I'm just going to get some different areas in here. And I know you probably won't be able to see a whole lot of detail, but I don't know how much closer would be beneficial. So if you have any questions, put them in caps. I try to keep up with chat, sorta, or as much as I can while I'm working. And, if you're doing tiny little areas with paint, you're going to have, this little tiny small brush to get in there. If that's not your thing, then use color pencils. I'm just showing you some different things to use, just to mix it up a little. So give you some ideas of what you can use. Yeah, whatever works out. Yeah, exactly, Vicki. I just don't like to rush. The last couple of streams I felt rushed. I don't like to rush them because it's no fun for me if I have to feel like I'm, rushing. So we'll just break it up into parts. All right, so I'm just going to have a little bit of purple in her dress. And let's see, maybe the hat band on her hat. So just use whatever you like and enjoy. Now crayons, if you're just coloring with plain old crayons, these kind of pages are really not, it's hard to get a crayon in these little, like a Crayola crayon, to get them in these tiny little spots. And that's why most people use color pencils when they're doing adult coloring pages. Yeah, it'll work fine with watercolors as long as you don't saturate. Now, I wouldn't do like where you wet your page and then do a wet on wet technique. Not on just this kind of paper. I wouldn't do like a wet on wet technique. But if you just want to, is that Jean? No. If you, oh, is that Vaughn? Hey, Vaughn, if you're watching. Okay, I don't know if she's watching from the balcony. A lot of times people have problems getting into Ustream in the chat, so they're watching. Yeah, I think I answered Darcy on that, Vicki, a couple of different times. She was here. She was here when I answered that question. Yeah, but that's a good question. Yeah, you just use your common sense on the thickness of the paper. You know how wet you can get a piece of paper. I'm not talking about you, Vicki. I'm just saying in general. Okay. Yeah. All right, so there's a little bit of that. Where else do I want to? Oh, her other sleeve over here. She's got another sleeve behind his head. So this has kind of got a lot going on. So I got to kind of see what I want, what colors. All right. And I think we'll have his tie be purple. I'm just kind of trying to, tie it all together. Okay. But when I'm doing these kind of projects, it's the time where I can kind of watch chat and talk a little bit. That makes it a little more, because I know it's going to take a while. And you don't have to have Prismacolors to do a color book page. You can just use, Crayola color pencils to color a page. I mean, if you don't know if you're going to like doing any of these kind of things that I show that I do, then don't go out and buy a bunch of expensive equipment if you don't think you're going to like it. Find what you like and then invest in the materials that you will need. Coffee cup sticking to my table. I'm going to have to go get some more hot coffee. All right, so let's see. Maybe he'll have one purple feather. Let's do one purple feather. Then he'll have some other color feathers too. We'll do a couple different, because if I do any of these three things I'm going to use, acrylic paint, the Neocolors, or the kids watercolor, any three of those I can go over and shade and highlight with color pencil. Now I will say on the color pencil thing, if you get like a kid set of color pencils, the white will probably not be, you won't be happy with the white. If you were going to buy any color pencil like Prismacolor off the rack individually, I'd buy the white and the black. Okay, those two. All right, I think I want their I'm going to have their goggles to be like that bright green glass kind of look. Maybe the leather look will be maybe a, what do you call it, a like an ochre or something like that. So let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a couple colors. I'm going to use the yellow ochre and maybe where I use some leather brown. We'll use that in acrylic, and then we'll do some of the other stuff. This one's almost out. I did buy a new one. And sort of it's just raw sienna. It kind of looks like a tan leather color. So I'm going to use those two in the acrylic, and then we'll go on to some other. We'll use those two colors. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of streaming today. Yeah, No Noodle comes on at 1. And of course, Paula comes on at night, and I have to watch hers on the recording. Okay, so let's see. I think what I'm going to do is maybe her sleeve things here. I think I'll start, maybe I'll have those be kind of like a leather. And of course, the smaller this is, the longer it takes me to paint in because it's tiny, you know. But I think I'll have her little cuffs be like a suede. You know, a tan suede color on her cuffs. It almost makes me want to dress up for Dragon Con. Hubster said he'd take me to Dragon Con this year, which is, I think it's Labor Day weekend. Of course, I wouldn't go for the weekend. I'd just go for that one Saturday. But I'm thinking about going to Dragon Con. I don't dress up. I'm not going to dress up or anything like that. I just want to go. I think Nichelle Nichols is supposed to be there. Last I heard, it's been a couple months since I really looked at it. I think Nichelle's going to be there. I would take my portrait I did of her and give it to her. I'd probably take a copy and ask her if she would sign the copy and then give her the original. I'd like to have Nichelle. If y'all don't know who, that's, Uhura from Star Trek. So I did her portrait here a while back. I'll pull it back out here in a minute. And then let's see who else. I don't know if William Shatner's, he was here, I think William Shatner was here last year. Yaya Han, y'all know I like Yaya Han cosplayer. She's going to be there. She's from Atlanta, though, so of course she's going to be at Dragon Con. Thanks, Vicki. Yeah, I'm glad you're posting the link. I need to grab that link from you because I looked for it the other day in my favorites and I couldn't find it. I need your link to your Flickr. So anyway, but if I do go, it's not cheap. I mean, one day I think it's $65 a person. I think that's what it was. I have to look into it, but it's not cheap. And that's just for one day. It's, like $300 for a weekend. But, since it's here in Atlanta, I don't have to do hotels and all that, All right, let's see what else do I want to have in suede. What else do I want in the suede? I think maybe her little neck collar thingy here. That'd be pretty, kind of tying with the cuffs. Thank you, Vicki. I appreciate that, yeah. Because I looked for it and I couldn't find it. Is that in New Orleans, Vicki, that one? Yeah, I know it's not cheap, but we don't go anywhere. We don't really do anything. I'm serious. We are homebodies. We rarely even go to the movies because there's hardly anything I want to see. Hubster will go every now and then. I think the last movie I went and saw was Star Trek 2 years ago. I don't know. I think I'm going to do her hat in this suede. I mean, I watch movies, you know, some. I don't watch a lot, but um, looking forward to the new Star Trek and Star Wars. You know, Christmas I think is Star Wars, and then Star Trek I think is next summer, spring. I forget. I don't. I try to follow all the right people that I want to keep up with that stuff on Twitter, but you know, I don't. I lose track. All right, who's that? Is that Jean? Oh, it's Vicky. Oh, thanks, Vicky. Thanks for the link. Oh, you'd have to travel. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought that you. I thought for some reason, Vicky, they might have had one in New Orleans or something like that, closer to you. We did go. Me, Denise, and Cam. Was it last year? I think, or a year and a half ago or so. We went on that ghost tour in Savannah. The three of us. That was kind of fun. Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to the Star Trek and Star Wars movies. You're a pine nut. Packer Die. Packer Die said, I can't wait for Star Trek. I'll swoon at Miss over Mr. I'm a pine nut. Okay, I think I want his hat to be a maybe black. I think I'm gonna have his hat be black. So let me go ahead and do that one here with the acrylic. And if y'all missed it, the beginning of the show today, I talked about it. I don't need too much. That's way too much. Anyway, you don't need much paint. The acrylic paint, I'm really dragging it around because I'm not watering down the paint. So you don't, that's way more than I'll need this whole thing. Um, but if y'all missed the beginning talking about the file folder project that we're starting the second week of September, Packer Dye is going to be the artist in decorating the folder. So she's going to be the artist in residence, if you will. So she's going to be doing the art part of the folders, and I'm going to be doing I got a little bit of water in my brush, and the innards of the project I'll be doing. And of course, y'all will be doing it both. Yeah, that's kind of like a bunch of places in Savannah, Vicky. You know, the old pirate house and all the different, things there. Because it's an old city with lots of old buildings. So I hope y'all can kind of see where we're going. Don't know how focused it's staying. I'm hoping it's staying sort of focused for you guys. Sometimes I go back and look at the recordings and the exact same settings that I'll use. I think it has sometimes has to do with how much sunshine is coming out in my windows. But it looks like if I keep my hand here, it kind of pulls some light in. It depends on how much sunlight's coming through the window behind me as to how it stays. All right, let's see what else. Let me go ahead and do the background of his hat here. And again, some of this could be done, if you don't want to paint it, some of this detail like this, you could do it with color pencil. I'm just trying to show some different techniques that you can use in your color books. Hey, Jamie. Anybody else popping in and out? Thanks for being here. Hey, Colleen. Thanks, Angel. But yeah, so anyway, I really wouldn't mind going to Dragon Con and getting, to see some of the people that go there and the cosplayers. And, of course, Artist Alley, where all the artists have, doing demos and selling their sketches and posters and whatnot. y'all remember when I think it was Denver Comic Con. You know, I told y'all and I showed y'all some of the stuff that Scott Serkland sent me from his. He has 3 zombie comics. Well, he's working on the 3rd one now. He has 2 zombie comics, and he's working on the 3rd one. I showed y'all that. So if y'all go to Serkworks or Scott Serkland on YouTube, he shows how he actually builds his booth. He has a very elaborate Comic Con booths, and so yeah, go check him out and follow him. He's awesome. He really is. But he has some zombie, but they're like they're not, I don't want to say they're kid friendly, but they're not like Walking Dead type zombies. It's more like Goonies zombies, you know, and his stuff's all real bright and colorful and kid friendly and you know that kind of thing. I know, Vicky. Vicky, you want to come up and go with me? Hubster would love not to go. I mean, he'll take me because you know he loves me, and you know, but it's not like his forte. Although he loves Star Trek and Star Wars and all that, you know, it's just a Dragon Con convention. It's just like that's a little geekier than he gets. But hey, I'm all about the geekness. I'm all about the geekness. Okay, I got a little hair there. You think, Vicky? Oh my gosh. But anyway, so I think it'll be fun if I can talk him into doing it, taking me rather. Just for a Saturday, not the whole weekend or anything like that. I'm not going to do the. I just saw a special on it from a couple of years ago on our Georgia PBS. They did a special on Dragon Con from I think it was 2013, and it was just cool to see it on a documentary type thing because you get to see behind the scenes and a lot of that stuff that you don't see like when you're actually at the con. Bye, Mama Thor. Bye, Dottie. Thanks, guys, for popping in. Just random chat and coloring today. But I hope everybody enjoys just the chatting with everybody. Everybody's real friendly in our group, I have to say. Y'all know that. Okay, so if there's any more little areas that I want to make sure that the background is black, I'll get in there with a color pencil. I think pretty much this is the big area. And I want to do the rim here like a gray. So you can kind of see that. Are you talking to me, Vicky? I have no Princess Leia gold bikini, Vicky. Ah, Vicky. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see if there's anything else I mean, there's going to be some little black things like in the gears and things like that. But maybe I'll do a gray and black feather here. And her hat. So funny. But yeah, let me stop a second. Let me see, where's my I do have a couple sketchy faces I need to catch up on. Let me see if I can find Uhura and Yaya Han real quick. in one of two sketchbooks, so it shouldn't take too long to find. Oh, there's our Darcy UK. Let's see. Just a second, I'm flipping. It's got to be toward the back. Because I did Yaya Han later. Ah, here's one. I got two. There's it. Okay, so here's my two. I take all the loose pages out. I'm not sure if Uhura's in here or not. So there's one of my Yaya Hans. I've changed how I look at picks to color. I think paint now before pencil. Good, Angel. Good. Yes, that's all kind of mixed things, you know, up. So there's one Yaya Han. Oops, don't get away from me there. Pages. And then there's the other one. And then let me see if Michelle Nichols, here she is. There's Michelle. So yeah. Good. Yeah, it's fun to try all different kinds of things. That's, you know. I'm trying to get as much of that black out of there. All right, so now I think I want her to have, maybe we'll make her a redhead. Let's see, let's come over here, and again, I'll probably have to add a little water again to my watercolors. And I think I'm going to go with sort of a bronze, kind of a, that might be too orange. Let's see. Maybe that one. Maybe a combination of all of them. So again, now little water. I'm trying to use as little water as I can. I want a little oranger. I think I'll go with this bronzer color here. Not that I'm worried about it going through in this case, but I don't want a big water, you know, I don't want a bunch of water on the back. I mean, wrinkling. Oranger. And then I'll go in here and shade and highlight with color pencil. Thanks, CB. Some of these little tendrils there of hair. All right, let's see where else. Does she have any hair showing anywhere else? No, it's none of it's all behind him, so that's all the red hair. Maybe we'll make him have, you know, let's have him have gray hair. All right, so let's go ahead and, on that case, let's go ahead and get out, because look how many grays I have in all these grays here. So we'll go with a nice kind of a blue gray. And what I'll do in this case is I'll just use my water brush and pull off some color right off the tip. So I don't know yet, guys. I'm still trying to see if we're going to decide whether we'll do that. His little mustache here. I don't know yet if we'll go. Kind of want to, and you know, it's a big crowd though. It really is a big crowd. I mean, it's a lot. A crowd. All right, so got him with a little gray hair. Okay. No. No, I'm not making her a ginger for Blade. Yeah, artistic biker. No, he does like his gingers. It just kind of goes well with the steampunk, you know, I think. All right. So now I have to decide what, what other, let me see. If you do like a watercolor washy area, I mean, I don't mean like soak and wet wash, but I mean like the feathers, and you have more leeway with lights and darks. You're using the watercolor on parts for not necessarily for a translucent effect, although like on the skin, that's what I want to do on the skin. Colleen, let me get a peach color here just for her here. Um, that is a good idea for the skin. When I do my portraits, like what I just showed you with Yaya and that's all color pencil. There's no paint except maybe a white highlighter too, in an eye or something. That's all color pencil. So I'm just used to doing portrait faces in all color pencil, with maybe some paint in the hair or whatever. But on these little color book pages, you could just get a base coat of a little wash like that and then go in with your pencils. Okay. For him, I think I'll go with the kind of a lighter tan color. Let's see how dark that is. That's good. Kind of a bronzy color. But it is a little bit more water now. It's a little bit more water when you're doing this with the water brush than it is with the acrylic paint, okay? So I'm just going to do a little bit of the shadowed area like that. And then I'll probably do the rest with pencil, just to kind of get maybe on this side of his nose over there, a little under his lip. The rest I'm going to do with color pencil. Okay. Oh, I got to do her arms. Okay. Let's go back to the light peach. Hey, Corey. Yeah, I saw that on Facebook. It's your birthday. Are you in the birthday book? I don't remember. I don't remember seeing you in the birthday book, or did I just add you? I don't remember. You have to send me your address, Corey. Or didn't you just send it to me? I sent you a birthday card? I don't remember. But I saw it on Facebook this morning. So happy birthday. So anyway, guys, it's not an exact science, we're just coloring. Have a little fun here. Just want to show you that you can use all different kinds of things in your color book pages. And then we're going to cut it out and put it in an art journal. I just tore this right out of the book. Alright, so let's see if I can get in there. In between her little steampunk watch thing. That. Okay. I think I'll just go ahead and do a light peach for the rest of his face and then do the rest with color pencil, since I've already got it going here. You got to be careful not to oversaturate these thin papers. And I'll make sure that any place I put watercolor will be 100% dry with the heat gun before I go in there with color pencil. You don't want to go over anything wet with color pencil. Yes, you can use water. I'm going to use color pencil over all of it. It'll all work. Color pencil over any of this. Okay. All right. So let's see. Now I want some. I kind of want some. Let me go back with the acrylics because I want to use some kind of like olive green. Did I put some out? No. Go back to these colors. Vicky, oh, never mind. Okay, I think we're gonna have him have like an olive green jacket, like a smoking jacket type look thing. And it would probably be, it'll have some darker shades of green with color pencil in there, but I want him to have like a dark olive green. It would probably be black actually, but I'm gonna color it green. I really don't have to be that careful down here on the edges because I'm going to cut this out. But it might be just a vest. Let's see. No, it's going to be the whole thing. Well, no, maybe I will make this just the vest and that sleeve a different color. Like a shirt over there. Maybe he's just got on the vest. And I want to add some gold in here. I think I'll get out a gold paint or a gold, I'd say a marker, but it'd probably be easier just to do a paint. Now remember, if this is just a one-sided page, I'm going to cut it up. It's not inside the book where it's going to ruin the other side. But other than a little bit of water areas, it's not really coming through, okay? Because I'm not using markers yet. I should use some markers too to show y'all that. So maybe we'll get some markers out too. And I just use the cheap Crayola Supra bullet tip markers. I don't use Copics. I don't use anything. I don't use any alcohol markers actually. I'm just not a marker person. A vest with stripes. Yeah, we could put some stripes on it with color pencil. All right, let's see. That could be the vest. The shirt would probably be white with maybe a light blue shadows in there. So we'll leave that. And I think I want a little gold edge there. All right, so now I'm going to go back in here with some of this leather stuff. She's, you know, maybe do I want a little darker? I think I'll go with a little darker brown on some areas. Just a dot of brown. Don't need much. I'm throwing out way too much paint. Just a little bit of dark in some of these like leather things. All the buckles and all that. I probably can't see too much. That. Maybe this one here. And then maybe in her goggles. I don't want green glass in the goggles, like bright green. I need some hot coffee is what I need. What time is it? Okay, we got time. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and run down and get a coffee refill. Okay, I want this part to have like leather goggle things there. And we'll have green glass over it. He doesn't even have anything attaching his glasses. How are they attached to his head? I don't know if that, nobody noticed that, but there's nothing attaching his goggles to his face. I know they're not suction cupped on there. There's no strap is what I mean. We just might have to put one. And again, I'm, you know, in here with the tiny brush. You could use just colored pencil in these areas. Oh, hey, Carrie. Yeah, I have lots of time. Did Vicky didn't mod you. She's afraid to put you in the corner. Uh, oh my goodness. Yeah, we thought we'd let you sleep in, Carrie. Yeah, what we're doing is this is just a steampunk color book page. And what I'm trying to, if you're any Carrie or anybody else that's coming in, it's kind of like where we did this art journal page. Was it Monday? I've totally lost track. I think we did this on Monday, and use these giraffes out of the other color books, and then just glued them in on an art journal page. And that's what we're going to do with this. We're going to cut them out and put them on an art journal page. However, I don't know that we'll get that far today. We'll see. All right, let's see. I think that's actually another kind of, it looks like I've got two vests on. I don't know. Let's go ahead and put some yellow ochre. I'm going to put a yellow ochre, and then I'll go and stripe it out with another color. Let's put some yellow ochre in here. Because remember, and I want to also add some orange. I'm kind of using this as my, I want everything to kind of go with this little piece that Imelda sent. All right, let me color this little other secondary vest or whatever he's got layered up here. And then I'm going to go run and get some coffee. Then we'll do her nails. Let's see. Because I want some orange in this as well. Okay. And I want a couple more feathers. Let's tie all the colors in all the way around here. We'll do a couple of feathers with some yellow ochre. Put some orange ones in there too. Maybe another purple one. Let's see, let's do one of his. Do I know where it originated? Well, if you want to get like really as far as the word steampunk, or as far as where that look came from. I mean, that look's been like since, remember the movie The Time Machine? Robert Taylor? All that kind of look and equipment. So I guess Jules Verne. Tuxedo shirts with the pleats. Yeah, but I'm doing I'm not doing that. I want that color in there to separate it, because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of white. I didn't really want 4 layers of white in there, so I'm putting a little bit of this in there. It's my page because I can do what I want. I'll have to tell what. Well, no, I won't tell that story. I won't tell that story. Okay, let's see. What else? I know some of this is going to have gold and black and a lot of other things, tiny things in the gears that I'm going to get in there with color pencil or marker instead of, you know, painting it in. So I think what I want to do is a little bit of orange. So I'm going to go ahead and get some coffee. Then I'm going to go in here with a little bit of orange highlights in there. I think I do want another bit of purple real quick while I got, where's my purple? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I want one more purple feather up here. But if you want to talk about the history of steampunk, go ahead. I mean, if someone knows a lot about it, feel free. Jump in. Know what I mean, Vern? Jules Verne. Okay, that just happened. mean, Jules Verne? Okay, there we go. I'm going to leave that here for 1 second. And I'm going to go get some coffee, and then I want to get some orange in there. And then I'm going to do a lot of, it's going to have some gold and metal and stuff like that in there. You're groaning, Vicki. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. So I at least want to get this finished and cut out and find a page for it to make a home on. I don't know that we'll finish the art journal page today, but at least I want to finish this, cut it out, and find the page I want to put it on in the Smack and Dragon. Oh, and Carrie, I did talk about the folder project this morning in the first 5-10 minutes. So check that out. Let's see. I think I'll go with the. Do you want this one? Yeah, I don't want too bright an orange. Let's just go with a kind of a. It's called Canyon Orange. Alrighty. Let's see. Just another feather. Yep, folder project. Folder project. It's going to be the second week in September because Labor Day is later this year than normal. So we're going to go for the second week of September. And Packer Dye is going to be the guest artist. I don't want to call her a guest artist. She's going to be the artist on the project. I'm going to be doing the innards, and she's going to be doing her version of, how she wants to decorate the folders. Everybody decorate your folders your own way, of course, but she's going to show how she decorates her folders based on the theme. So Packer Dye is going to be the artist on the project. Yeah. All right, let's see. I think I'll have this little button be orange, and I want her fingernails orange, which I probably could have done with color pencil, but I have it right here. I painted her nails about as good as I paint mine. Okay. This little cuff thing around her neck, I'm going to add some orange bit to that. What else? That little bit right there needs to be purple because that's behind, it's part of her dress right in there. I missed. Okay. Yep, 12 weeks. One a week. Hey, Kate the Skate. Kate the Skate's got some good stuff on her YouTube channel as well. Oh, I gotta do that little leather thing right there. Let's see, where's the brown? This little cuff, again, it'd probably be best if I did this in color pencil, but I have the paint right there. What else? All right, I think that's about all for the paint. Let me get, I want to do well, I do kind of want a lime green. Let's get a nice bright lime green. Do I want, no, you know what? I'm going to go with, let me just get it up, this green here. I'm going to go with this color green for the goggles. Maybe a little bit of lime mixed in there. And I'll shade it and stuff with color pencil. They have this green glass on their goggles. Put your link if you want, and I'm going to have this glass go right over the top of all that's behind there. You can see through, but it's just going to be tinted with green. And you'll see some of the mechanics behind it. I'll hold that up here in a second. All right. Yeah, links are open. Feel free to put your links for your YouTube. You got 4 ready. 3 books of 4 sounds good to you. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Mostly with just paint and a little bit of watercolor. See how I just went over that whole thing with the green to leave it transparent so you can see what's going on behind the goggles. All right, so there's that. And I'm going to go in here. I'm going to dry this really well, and then I'm going to go in here with color pencils. All right? You want to make sure there's no wet areas, watercolor or acrylic, before you start hitting it with color pencil. Of course, I bumped the camera. Alrighty, let's see. Hey Tracy, and hey Jean. Yeah, so if anybody coming in late and wants to know about the file folder project, watch the beginning. I don't give a lot of detail yet, but yeah. It's scheduled for the 2nd week of September, and we're going to have 12 weeks, 12 themes, and you're going to be collecting and making your own little treasure trove. Let's just say that. Okay, thanks, Kate. Yeah, Kate the Skate 22 on YouTube. She's on her phone, so she can't do a link. Okay, so there we go. So I think that's all I'm going to do as far as paint and watercolor. I just kind of wanted to show you. Oh, I did want to do something with marker. Let me go ahead and get out. I'll show you the markers I use. So I'm going to put the paints away again. I just used the kids' watercolors, my Neo Color 2s. Let me just kind of throw that out of my way here. And I'll show you the kind of markers, which I know y'all seen before. They're just the kids' Crayola bullet tip. I have a couple different kinds, but they're all just the cheap kids ones. There's a couple sets in here, but they're called Crayola Crayon Super Tip, and they look like this. They're a bullet tip. The reason I like this is because you can get a thick, you can get a thin, and you can get a line. So you can get, you know, they're just good for all that. And they're just water-based. They're not going to blend like Copics or anything like that. But I don't use them like that. I just use any kind of markerine I do is just kind of like what I'm doing here with a base coat to go over with color pencil. But they're cheap. They're real cheap. You can get 50 of them. Normally like $9 or something like that, and use a coupon and you can get them for $5 or $6 for 50 colors. And I've had some of these for a few years. All right, and then I also just have, you know, just old plain crazy art. They're just, you know, cheap markers. All right, so let's see. I think I will get one of this cheap brown marker. Now these right here are tiny, and I want one of these just for a minute. Just let me see what color that is. That might be, I think I'll go ahead and go though. I'm going to do those in gold. I'll do that in gold. I don't even need the brown. Let's see what color here. Something that I can do with the markers. Let's go with the darker purple. And maybe in part of this gear thing here. Yeah, there we go. Just so you can see, this will go through, more than likely, will go through to the other side. So if you're in a color book, not just taking a page out to cut out, but if you're wanting to use it in your color book, do a test on anything you use to make sure it's not going through to the other side if it's a double-sided book. If it's a single-sided book, I don't ever care if it goes through as long as I put a page in between so that it doesn't go on to the next page. So I'm going to just make this kind of like a purple glass wheel that might spin or glow or something like that. Okay, so you can see where the marker kind of starts to go through. Hey, whip it. Yeah, Carol. Okay, but again, I'm getting ready to cut this out. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to do a little bit of purple on the sub wings on his little hat here. Some of these decorative elements on his. So thanks everybody for stopping in and coloring with us. Maybe this is a phone dial actually. Old rotary phone dial. Whoever designed this color book said, hey, I'm going to put a rotary dial in there. Okay, a little purple there. Maybe a little, I'm just, those tiny, tiny details. You can either get in here with color pencil, but I just want to show you. I'm trying to use, the cheap watercolors, your neo colors, your markers, acrylic paint, and then we're going to go into color pencil. So you can just use all of it. You can use all of it. All right, let's do a little purple in her earring here. Maybe a little purple in some of the bracelet or on her little cuff here. Let's do the centers of those little studs. Those little metal studs. We'll have purple in there, and then we'll have gold around the outside. What else? Oh, I need a couple more, maybe another orange. Let me just get an orange. Oh, and by the way, if you can, buy the set of Supra Tip Crayola markers that have like extras in them that have the black barrels, because those are the smell ones, the sniffable ones. And the yellow and orange ones smell just exactly like Fruit Loops. Exactly like Fruit Loops. So I'm just going to color in a little bit of, maybe this little bit here is orange. Maybe a dark feather, a darker purple feather right in there. And maybe another little orange section. Something like that. You haven't used them, Carrie? At least he'll sniff them. Yes. Look, smell. Smell, Suzanne. Smells just like Fruit Loops. Seriously. It smells exactly. If y'all know what Fruit Loops smell like, this is exactly the smell of Fruit Loops. The black barrel ones all have, there's yet like lemon, Fruit Loop. Let's see, like there's a blueberry. And, but all the black ones have scented ones. The red one has a cherry smell, like this one, and, so yeah. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give her purple lipstick. She's gonna be wild there with the purple lipstick. And we'll lighten it up with a little bit of white highlight or something. She's got orange nails. Let's see what else. Let's put a couple, I want some olive green. Let's see, yeah, that's gray. Here's an olive green. I want a couple areas of olive green in his hat. a lot of this is going to be gold. I want a lot of metal kind of look. Like that. Okay. And maybe just a tiny bit of orange right there. I'm just keeping the color palette down to a few colors, orange, you know, like a sienna and a yellow and an orange and a purple and an olive and maybe a little red here or there. Let's see. I think I want to do a stripe on this collar thing of hers. And the same for in his tuxedo shirt that's color. Just to bring the color in. That. And then I want this to be, maybe just have a tiny bit of a purple swirl and the rest will be gold. On her little wheel cuff thing. I don't know if I'll go in with a gold marker. I love my gold markers. I don't know where I put them though. I have to dig around for a gold marker. You like it, Vicki? Okay, so here's what we got so far. Again, no shading yet. We're going to shade with color pencil. All right. Okay, let me move the marker. I just want to show you to use, you know, you can use some markers, but be aware it will go through. Say there. All right, now let me see if I can find my markers up here. Got some pens and markers in this tray. And, oh, I know what? I got a pen. Let's see where's that pen? A gold pen. If I can, here we go. Let's try this. Instead of a marker, this is a gold Pentel medium metallic gel pen. So let's try the gold gel pen. Let's see here. Might have to go around it with the little shading to make it really stand out. Let's see if it's kind of, it's a little, it's not as metallic as my paint would be, but it's quicker. Since I don't want to run out of time before I at least cut it out and find a page. So we still have to do shading. So we're just going to go ahead and use a gold gel pen. What set did you get for $6? Oh, your markers? Yeah. Yeah, they're always on sale and stuff too. But again, you know, that Michael's or Hobby Lobby, you can use a coupon. And then I'll add a little bit of bronze or some kind of little bit of just to give the gold a little bit of different color, different shades there. And probably bronze would be good too, you know, some bronze metal. This is just for some ideas, guys. You know, different things to do with it. All right, let's see. Let's get over here on this little gears. I know you can't see a lot of detail, but I'm trying to hold it up every now and then. Maybe a little black in the middle of that one. Just use a pen. Okay, just get my Sharpie pen. It's not the Sharpie marker, which definitely will go through. But if you're going to cut it out and use it in an art journal page, whether it's a copy or a, what do you call it, one-sided page, then it won't matter. I hope you're feeling better, Carrie. I know you had a headache a couple days ago. All right, let's see. Maybe a little bit of black in that thing. All right. All right, I think I want this little band to be black. And put some gold around it. Just takes a while. You know, this is the kind of thing you want to do when you're relaxing, not rushing. Right? Because I haven't even got to the shading yet. Still at the coloring stage. But it's fun to be able to use these color book pages that we all like to collect and use them in your art journal at least, you know, or it could be in just a regular, it doesn't have to be even an art journal. If you just like the pages, like those little fishies that I colored, or the, what do you call it, the giraffes, then put them in any kind of journal, you know, even if you're just doing a, you know, a calendar journal or something like that. You can cut them out and glue them in any kind of book you write in. It doesn't have to be a full-fledged art journal page. Okay, let me get right along there. And then I got to get the other side. All right, some more gold on these little buckles and little things here. And it doesn't have to be this big of a page. You know, just those, like those little fish. Just coloring and cutting out those little fish and putting them in your planner. If you're a planner person, then do that. You know, cut them out and use them in your little, you know, daily planner. Just to decorate. Instead of buying store-bought stickers, buy a color book and cut it all up. All right, let's see. I think I want this to be two-tone there. Okay, Stax, thanks again for the happy mail. If y'all missed the beginning of the show, Stax sent some awesome happy mail. A couple of three of these things I want to try to use in the Steampunk art journal page. I'm going to use all three of these in whatever page I find to use this in. All right, let's see. Let's go back up here real quick. A little bit of gold on these. I want some metal, you know, gold metal. We're getting there. But I want to at least get to the point today after coloring it, you know, doing a little bit of blending, shading, to go back and cut this out and at least find the page, find the art journal page that I want to do it on, and we'll wait. I won't do it until I record again, whether that's tomorrow or Friday, a morning show. I'll wait to do that art journal page when y'all are here. Know what I mean, Jules Verne? I gotta put that in the Wingnut book. Those that don't know, our Wingnut book is when there's something, we say something funny or punny. It goes in the Wingnut book. Let me see, here it is. Because we're all Wingnuts, it's just one of those Tim Holtz little things with some paper, and it's got Wingnuts on it, and just stuck in here with all kinds of post-it notes of everything people have said that are funny or quippy or punny. And when Denise was here, she tried to read it. She tried to read some of it out loud, to, you know, during the show. And she said, I don't get this. I don't understand. It's because you have to have been there to get those, you know, it's like you had to be there kind of things. But they're funny to all of us. Yes, you'll know what I mean, Verne? Jules Verne? Okay, so there's that. I think I'm going to do a black around that instead of metal. Let's put some metal back in some of these areas. But I think I want the dial. It just seems like, because of, I remember the phones, like, you know, that I want that to be black behind. One moment, please. Just going around those little circle numbers there. And this is a Sharpie pen. This is the kind of pen I like to write with. It's very tiny and it writes very small, which is what I like to do. It's not going to focus. Just know what I mean, Jules Verne? Okay, let's see. I want a little bit more detail in some of these areas. I think I'll make these wings kind of gold here. It's just another way to use your, you know, use things in your art journals and stuff. Just for some play, some fun. And let's see, a little more. Just going to get all the color part then, and we can go back in and shade with pencils. Some of these tiny little areas that you have to either get with a pen or a pencil. tiny areas. Let's see, orange right there. Let's see, I think we'll do the middle of that orange too. Maybe the little dots. And one more gold area right here. There's a lot of little details in this. I didn't really think about how much detail was in like these little gears and things. Let's go in there with the okay. Hey Lila, Sandy. Happy birthday again, Corey. All right, so there we go. All right, now what I need is my pencils. Let me move the marker tray, the pen tray, and bring out the pencil tray. All right, so now I'm going to need a couple shades of purple. I need my sharpener. I'm going to need a flesh color, a peach color, like to do a little bit of their skin. A couple shades there. Going to need a green. Let's see, a couple shades of green. And a sienna. And an orange. And that should be enough at least for now. So I'm basically using the same colors that we put in everything. Oh, I need a little bit for her. Well, I'll use sienna for her hair. So let's just start with her sleeves. Oh, and I'm going to need black and white. There's a little bit of a white. And a black. Let's see. There we go. All right, so let's see what we can do if I can hold some of this up. Kind of show it a little better. All right, so I'm just going to go in here with the darker purple and start putting in. You almost can just use the lines that are in the book or to find some of the shadows. And then what I usually do is then I'll get some white highlights here in her sleeve, like this. But I won't necessarily leave them bright white. You can use the color that you started with, and with the pencil, and then just kind of blend in the shadows and blend in. I mean, it's a small area. Just so you can kind of see how that makes that sleeve, you know, kind of a little more dimensional compared to that sleeve. See? Now I'm going to go back over on this one. See how it just makes it more pop? All right, now same thing in her dress there. Now you want your pencil pretty sharp to get in some of these little pointy areas, you know, these little tiny areas. I'm holding it up in the air, so you're going to see it kind of move a little. But you can kind of find some of the shadows. And just those tiny, and this is the kind of thing you just want to take your time and really enjoy the process and not feel like you got to hurry, you know. You want to enjoy it. enjoy the process. So I'm just going around different areas, finding where there's going to be some shadows, where that little harness thing is around her dress. Maybe there might be just maybe a couple of little highlights here and there where you would see. And then just blend it in with your base color. Can you see the purple areas? Now, same thing for where these brown straps are, and that's all gold right there. But I might want to just hit it a couple areas where you can brighten up the metal, just a couple places, just to make it look like it's shiny. And you could do that with a white gel pen too. And then maybe, let me get a dark brown here. Some of the leather area has a little shadow here and there. Hope y'all can see some of it. Can you see? Hopefully. All right, let's do something where you can probably really be able to tell. This little cuff here, that was like suede, okay? In my mind, it was suede. I'm going to go ahead and shade around, a little bit around those little divots, which, by the way, I need to do gold right around those. Same for these. I wanted that to look metal. But now I'm going to take the brown. See how I just did a little shadow under there? Let's go over here to this one. See the difference? Now watch. Just a little bit of a shadow under those makes them like dimensional. See? And then there'd be a little shadow around her arm. On this side and on that side where it kind of curved around. And then just go in there with sienna and kind of blend it in. Maybe wouldn't really be a white highlight, but maybe just a little bit of a texture. If it's too white, then I'll just go back over it and kind of tone it down with the brown. See? Bye, Packer Die. Thanks for being a part of the file folder project. I'm looking forward to that. Packer Die is amazing. I'll make sure and put a link to her YouTube channel as well in the description box. All right, so there you go. See how it just made it look like a little bit more suede there and there? And same thing, I want to do it up here. I'm going to kind of darken around some of the and you could shade it a little bit. Maybe a little darker right under her chin there. Blend it in. Again, maybe just a little touch of something to give it a little more dimension. Okay. But you want to do that with everything. let's do a little bit of this the glass on the goggles. So I'm just going to kind of, there'd be a shadow under there. Okay. And then just maybe a tiny bit of, bring out that green just, and I'm going right over that because that is like translucent. So those gears and stuff back there might have a little bit of darker area, but I'm just kind of going over it like this so you can see. And I'm going to take the lime green and kind of blend that in. And then if you really wanted a nice pop of a highlight, then I'm going to get just a touch of white paint. See, what time is it? Okay, I'm going to have about 10 more minutes. I'm going to have to cut this out and find a page, even if I don't finish coloring it. All right, so I'm just going to take a touch of white paint here. And let's just give it a little highlight right across everything. And the same thing for the goggles in his eyes. See how that just, maybe there'd be a couple of little, just a tiny other little something like that to make it look like it's round and shiny. All right, let's go ahead and do his goggles here. Okay, so I'm just kind of shading it there a little bit where there'd be a shadow. Might just be a touch darker right on the edge there. Get the lime green. Kind of blend. Remember, it's already got a base coat here of some watercolor wash. All right, and now I'll just take the let's see, I got too much paint on here. Let's do a little highlight, a little highlight. Maybe a little bit down here. Bye, Corey. All right. So see how it made it look like it was shiny? I mean, you could even do just maybe a little over here, just a little bit of glow with a. See? It's the same thing you do that with water drops or marbles. Okay, so let's just say, yeah, the brim of his hat, you might have a shadow under here. Well, it's going to be on his face, too. I haven't colored his face. I haven't colored any of his skin yet. But I did want to do, since you mentioned the hat, I don't want to stick my sleeve in that. Okay, the brim of his hat, I'm going to make a dark, dark purple. So in actuality, maybe this hat is not really black. It's a dark purple. But the brim is going to be just a little bit lighter, and it'll be just enough to show. But then I'm going to take a blue. All right, so see, there's the brim of the hat. But I want maybe a little bit, so I'm going to just go in here with a little bit of blue. See how that kind of gave it like a little bit of a felt feel? Maybe there'll be just a touch right in there that's a little brighter. See? So that kind of made it felt. Let's put just a little bit right up here on the top. And just put a touch here and there if you want. And then you could even take the light purple and right along this brim here. That might not be bright enough. Let me go with white. Just right along the edge, right along the, like the light's hitting it right there. Got something on there. Let's go back in there. I think I touched the white paint is what I did. I'm smearing it somewhere. Yeah, like crushed velvet. Okay, let's go in. Let me get a darker green, like a gray green. And let's get in here on his vest. I'll try to get at least one of their skin tones kind of done. All right, so there's like a shadow right under her arm here. Right under the metal there. Same thing around her finger right here. I'm holding this up in the air, so it is kind of moving a little. See? And then take the lighter olive and kind of blend. And depending on how, if you want a real bright area, you could just hit it with a little, although this is going to be like a, it's going to be like a suede, so you're not going to have a whole bunch of light. You're not going to have a shine like that. But you could maybe just have just a touch of a little something, something going on. But don't go crazy because it'll look like you've got his vest is metal. Okay, so you can kind of see that. And then his shirt, I would probably have some shading with just a little bit of blue. Not, just because I want to keep it white. I might just have a little bit of blue shadow. Something, not much. Just a little bit in there, maybe under her hand, around the little button. Just to give it a little oomph. Maybe right back there behind his neck. And if it gets too stark, I'll just go blend it back out with some white. Always make sure your white is cleaned off. That's why you see all this stuff on my here. I'm cleaning off my white pencil before I go in, because if you pick up this blue like I'm doing right now, okay, I'm picking up a little of that blue with my white pencil. Well, if I do that and then now I go into, say, their skin, then it's going to bring that blue that's on the pencil into their skin. So you always want to make sure you're cleaning off your white or light colors. Okay, so there's a little bit of... No, this won't blend with your fingers. This is not pastel-y, it's wax. It won't move with your fingers. Okay, Carol. It's just pure, it's wax. There's nothing will move. Okay. All right, so let's do a little bit of her flesh here. Let me get a peach color here. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of, and again, we need to go in here like with the dark brown in all these little areas that are leathery. Every little area needs to be addressed. You go into every little small area. But we're not going to have time because I want to find a page for this. So you can see what I'm talking about, though. And maybe a little bit of, just a little bit of texture. If it's too white, I'll go back over it with the sienna like that to make it look like leather. Say, Same thing around all the little cuffs. Every area that's got the brown leather, I'd want to go in there with a little sienna. Okay. Where was I? What was I working on? Oh, her skin. All right, so let me get in here with a little bit of a peach color. I'd go around every fingernail. And this will just give you a little bit of base to start. You know, I'd go around each fingernail. A lot of detail. But that's kind of what makes these color books fun. Kind of blend it out so it's not a harsh line. Same thing around her cuff there and under her arm there. You can put other colors in there too. I'm just kind of showing you just as basic as I can get in the short amount of time that we have here. Okay, kind of seeing know where we're going, Jules Verne? And take more time, you can put more layers than just one color here. I just want you to start to see. Okay. If it gets too harsh, then you'll want to blend it out. And of course, I would use a couple of colors of flesh color here, not just one, but I'm just trying to get the idea across here. Any questions? Let me check chat here. Let me take a sip of coffee. I haven't got my coffee and I'm not even drinking it. All right, let's do a little bit more. Like I'm gonna just keep it down here on the thing for a minute. Like under his chin, his lips, we'll just have him kind of be a peach color there. Inside and around his ear. I haven't done his hair yet either. Like right under the goggles, around his nose. Under his ear, behind it by his hair, under the hair, probably his chin, something like that. And again, I'd probably use more than just a couple of shades here, but I'll blend some of that in. But I just want to give you all the idea of how fun you can use your color book pages in your art journal or your day planners or whatever you use to decorate stuff with. All right, so there's kind of, I haven't even done her yet, but you know, like we want to highlight her little purple lips. And she'd probably have a little bit of shadow there, over here, under her nose, under her eyes, just talking to myself. So you can start to see, starting to shade around there. I haven't even put any color. Let's see, what color eyes? Let's have her have green eyes, because that's kind of a cool effect to have the green eyes with the green goggles. That'll be cool. Let's see if I can get a little detail in there. All right, let me go with the black pen for the pupils. And I'd probably do her eyelashes and all that. Okay, and again, now I'd want to go in here and get all that leather all tightened up in there from where I use paint, you know. Make some more sharper, there'd be some sharper things in here and on her cuff and, you know, her hair. Haven't got her hair done yet. Might do a little bit of well, we still haven't done her hat either. She's got a suede hat on. So let's get in there a little bit. Into her suede hat. Around some of those gears, more detailed. No, I did want to do the feathers too. Well, I want to do all of it, but you know, I also want to find a home for this page. So we'd want to go in there with the light purple. Where's the light purple? No, it's a dark purple. Where's my light purple? Oh, there it is. Tighten up all that. I want to go around each one of those little wheel things. Probably have a zillion questions. I'm not paying attention. You like the phone dial on his hat? Yeah. And then again, the feather here, I'd want to do a little shading on those feathers. Some highlight in there. Probably can't see any of that. And then same for the yellowish one. I'd probably want to do a sienna shade in there. With a little, where's my yellow ochre? I don't know how fun this is for anybody. We say we like to watch paint dry. We would like to watch color books come to life. But all these little tiny areas like this can be added into. Even the black one back here might have a little bit of something going on. All right, let me see about her hair. We didn't do her hair yet. Her eyebrows. Kind of making an auburn hair. And go in there with highlights and all. Let's give her a little bit of a rosy cheek. Maybe just a little on her chin. Do a little blend. I want to cut her out. That's what I'm trying to get to, is to cut this out. Okay, it's fun. It's almost like you blink and miss it. Thanks, guys. All right, so there's lots more, like this sleeve over here. It needs some shadow, which I'm using blue to give that shadow on the white shirt. Like right under there, maybe a little here. And I'll just blend it in a little bit with the white. And all the gold needs a little bit more work. It needs a little bit of a bronze tone to some of the gold to give it a little bit more. I'll hold this shirt up here just a minute. So you can see a little bit of blue on the shirt just makes it look have a little bit of shadow and stuff. But even the smallest things, like this little tiny button, can put a little bit of shadow just on it. Makes it matters. Maybe just a little bit darker shadow of green on the goggles. Same for this one, just a little bit heavier shadow. Maybe there's just a little bit of glow from the glass there. Let's see what else. I haven't done his hair. Dang. Get a few strands colored in there. I'd probably go in with a little bit of white paint on his hair. And a little darker in the inside of the ear, under the ear, under the chin. Maybe his lips, a little darker, where the mustache is making a shadow. Hurrying, trying not to hurry, but kind of hurrying because I want to cut him out. But you can start to see. All right, let me quickly do his feathers. How are we doing on time? Ooh, I'm going to run out of time, guys. All right, I'll do the feathers later. So I'm getting ready to run out of time. Ustream is going to stop in probably 5 minutes, and I want to cut this out before it ends. Because if I put this on a recording, and I'm not going to do an art journal page with it. I'm going to save it. I will save it and do the art journal page later. But I kind of wanted to find the page I want to put it on. I don't know if we'll have time. So if you're watching this recording, thanks for being here. I will finish this page either tomorrow morning or Friday morning. But I'll make sure, as long as everything goes fine, to record it and put it up on YouTube. But I'm not going to have time to actually do the art journal page today. Okay, let me not fussy cut around her hair there for a second. See how far I get. Let me just kind of get the bulk of it. And there's sharp edges here, so I'm going to have to either put this along an edge where I fussy cut out, either put that up against an edge or, paint over it, kind of like I did, see the giraffe? I kind of I just kind of painty over them so they blend into the background. I'll probably do the same thing with this. So thanks everybody for being here. And again, I'm looking forward to doing the fall folder project. If you missed it, it's at the beginning of the show. See, this is cut off too, the little goggles. So what I'll do is I'll blend that into the art journal page. But I kind of wanted to find the page for it before the recording stopped. So we'll see, guys. All right, I'll go around her hair here in a little bit. See if I can get around the feathers real quick. You want to try to move your paper rather than the scissors. It just makes it easier and a sharper cut. You like this page? Thanks, CB. Yeah, there's a show on this, except for the finishing touches. That's why I'm trying to like put this page off so you can see the full thing. All right. But I want to see if I could find a page that it would work on, because I have my Imelda stacks collage items that I wanted to use too. So let's just see if I have time to get this cut out before my time runs out. I hope everybody just enjoyed hanging out and chatting. I know we all enjoyed the chat part, chatting with everybody and getting to know everybody. Links are, you know, I usually leave links, well, I always do unless there's a problem, links open for everybody to, you know, talk about their channels and their shows and whatever. And again, I'm going to put Packer Dye's channel in my links, and also Scott Serkland of Serkworks. I mentioned him earlier when oops, I don't want to cut her little chin off here, chinny chin chin, doing conventions and booths and stuff. Not that any of y'all may not do that, but it's interesting to see. And he does have a zombie comic book, and it's more geared toward, you know, it's not like young kids, but it's not like Walking Dead Vicky. But Vicky would like it. Vicky would like the comic book. All right, so there we go. Let's see. He's working on his third one. Okay, so I think, all right, let me put it on the page just so you can see where I've cut out. So there you can see what I've cut out. And again, you'll see some sharp edges, like where the color book page ended. So I'll probably I'll paint into that. Any sharp edges, I can just paint in. But there's the cutout. Okay. So let's quickly kind of flip through here and see if we can find a home for them to live on. Because this journal is like always in progress. So I just have them sitting here. I'm just kind of looking and flipping. Looking and flipping, looking and flipping. You know, I like that, kind of like that house. That kind of works. That, but I don't know about the purpley pink. I don't mind the purple, but that might be a little pink, because I really want this. I wanted this kind of orange. I'm trying to tuck it up under that flower. It's glued down. I'm trying to tuck it. But this could maybe go here. And let's see. Because I got this too. This watch thing from Imelda. You know, something like that. That would probably work. With, I did kind of want this right here. Let me cut the, at least, now normally I would tear this, but I'm just kind of in a hurry. So I'm just thinking something like this, that maybe just the words. Maybe I just like the words in this case, something like this. What do y'all think? That might be too busy, but I kind of like it. I'd have to have some more orange something over here, or maybe even turn this upside down. Something like that, and then some orange something right in here. Well, you know what? Since I'm only going to use half of this over here, let's take this other arch. Let's put this right here. Let's put a bit of this orange right under that. This looks better. A little orange here. Maybe even a little orange up here. Something like that. And then, of course, I'd blend everything else in. It'd be across 2 pages, though. I don't like going across 2 pages. I don't like to bend right in the middle of the faces and all. Okay, so there's that option. Or, let me I'll just put a little post-it note here. I'll put a flag on that one. Or, let's just move on, see what else we got. Got all these same bits. We're still going. So Jules Verne, yeah. I'm just going to flip through. That's too turquoise. See, that would be a good background as far as just a background goes. Orange there. You know, don't know. Okay, let's keep going. Just cover up that whole fish thing there. This would be a good one. Might be a little too blue, too much turquoise. It makes them look too whimsical rather than steampunk with this color. I mean, it looks good, but I think that teal color is a little too whimsy. Needs to have less teal. Say, like that's good. I like that along that edge. You could even put some of this orange like right up under them. Like they're leaning on a shelf or something. Okay. All right, so hang on, guys. Okay, so if you're watching this recording, I just got notification that we're getting ready to stop. Now, I'm not going to do this page. I'm not going to glue this page or anything. I'm just kind of, you know, auditioning it for where I want it to go. But, so the recording is definitely going to stop. So thanks, everybody, for being here. I'm not going to glue it down. This will be part 2 when I get to it, either tomorrow or Friday. So stay tuned for the rest of this show. So thanks, guys, for being here.